Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. This is Trudy, virtual tarot. Happy. I'm happy to be here. Okay, card on the bottom. Oh, here we go again. Capricorn. You're going to have to leave something behind that you've built. So in order to do that, you're going to have faith that it will be there. It will be there when you return. So you may have to travel. You may have to go off. You may have to leave. Interesting. All right, let's get to your 4-card spread. Here we go, Capricorn. Interesting. All right, we have the Hanged Man, and I just read the card from the bottom of the deck, and that's what that card was. It keeps coming up for many of our signs, the bottom of the deck being the 8 of Cups, which speaks to going off and becoming a better person. Now, that can actually mean that you need to go do your 40 days and 40 nights, metaphorically, or, and then we have the Hanged Man, which tells me that that very much could be true, because this is the card of the student. And so Capricorn has a very interesting month. You're going to see everything differently this month. You're going to be absolutely standing on your head and you're going to have a new perspective. Now, you're not too invested either way in the outcome of the situation. You're just merely a student of the situation. And it seems as if that's sort of a solitary position for you. Now, I do think it's a healthy position for you, and I do believe what Spirit is saying to you is there's a lot of growth involved here for you. You might find, some of you, that you're actually leaving a situation, you're actually leaving a relationship. Maybe you have to move for one reason or another, but those relationships that you are leaving will be there for you when you return. Now, you might have to leave for a little while. You might have to go on a business trip and leave relationship situations that you've built. But you're learning something new here, and you're able to do so in a very calm way. This is also sometimes called the sacrifice, the great sacrifice card. So, and that could be true as well, because you are sacrificing in that card that showed up, the 8 of Cups. You're sacrificing the time spent with the people, the situations, the relationships, the organizations that you've built and that you value and that you love. And so those traditions, those structures, you may have to walk away from for a little while. But again, very good card. This card says that you're about to embark upon a time period where you are kind of suspended between two worlds, and it's very interesting. Good card. The next card to come up for you, Capricorn. Hi, viewers. I see 5 viewers. Anyway, I haven't really done a lot of these live hangouts, so I think I just freaked someone out because they left. Now we're down to 3. Okay, so anyway, these are good cards all showing up. I love this card because it is the card of visioning. And if you've ever tried to put together a vision board, you understand how difficult that actually can be. It's fun to do, but you have to commit to certain things in order to do that. So by visioning exactly what it is and putting these vision boards together and committing as such, we have something to look at. We have something that identifies exactly what it is that we're going for. And so you may want to think about doing that. You need a roadmap if you're going to go off and find what it is that Spirit is calling you to. And so put together something that you can put in your kitchen or in your bedroom and that you can look at and manifest. That's really what this card is saying. Again, it's in reverse. It's in the challenge position. And so you're ready to move on what it is that you've been dreaming about. And I do believe that a choice has been made. There's some choice that's been made. If it's not you making a choice, someone's making a choice for you. This will impact your future. And I know we're reading for love too, and it seems like this is a career reading right now. So we'll get back to that. Again, the High Priestess shows up. She's in the reverse. So there, you don't have all of the information. And this is, again, a major arcana card. So it's a little hard to actually strategize if you don't, as of yet, have all the information. However, this card promises that you will have the information, and that someone around you also may be gathering information at this point. And she may not quite have all the information, but she's got a sixth sense. So listen to her. If it's not you, or if there's somebody around you, listen to her. And maybe this is even me, but there is someone about who's going to help you find out what it is that you need to know to really move forward within your given situation. And then last card is the Tower. So something's going to change overnight for you. And there's a wind that blows through. And I don't, I have to say, I don't see this affecting you as much as I do see this affecting those around you. And the reason being is that we opened with that Eight of Cups. And I do believe that you're going to be sort of moving forward before this actually occurs. Now, what is the Tower? The Tower speaks to something that was already built on shaky ground, something that you're going to, you've got the Hanged Man, which tells us that you're going to be a student of watching this tower fall. You've already made the sacrifice necessary to sort of stay out of the mess. But until you may not have all the information until this thing actually does fall apart. But look for that toward the end of the month. Again, I believe you may be there to do the cleanup work, but I don't think you're there during the actual sort of burning of the house. And again, this could be a storm coming through, even as mundane as that. Something's blowing through at the end of the month, and you're off and about doing something else, and you return, and there it is, which would impact you. But this, all of your cards are telling us that that you're not a part of it. You're actually a couple of steps back. There could be somebody also involved in this situation who isn't listening to their intuition. Again, if this is you, this means that maybe you just you kind of have a feeling in your bones that something's going on, but you just don't have any real anything factual to hang on to. But this is actually forewarned is forearmed. This card's really good because it does reinforce that feeling that you have that something is coming up. And so, again, you've already made the sacrifice. You're already doing everything that you can do. You're not completely invested in this situation, and it's going to occur one way or the other. So here we go. Now, if we are reading for love, I want to say this card says that all these situations and relationships that you've built, if you're in a relationship, you're going to have to walk away, maybe go on a business trip or something like that, or leave for a family situation, something you have to go for a little while. And when you do, again, we had said everything will be there when you return, but according to this card, some things may be quite different upon return. And I don't usually read it that way, but there may be some changes, some pretty monumentous changes that occur when you do return. And maybe by leaving, you allow this change to occur, and making that sacrifice will kind of, this is built on shaky ground. If this is ego, someone's ego, you know, it was never really solid to begin with. So this is actually a good card. You can rebuild once the debris has been taken away, and you can build something that's much more solid and stable and real. So the fact that you feel it in your bones, or someone's feeling it, or, you know, that's actually, you know, pay attention to that. You don't really absolutely need to have all the evidence. There are secrets that you may never be privy to. There are situations that you may never understand, but this could occur. Again, it doesn't have to be catastrophic, but it could be fairly mundane. But there's some major sweeping changes coming. Again, could be the weather, could be at work, meaning that there's some major changes going on. Maybe a whole department is being let go, that kind of thing. It doesn't seem to impact you, and because you've already kind of moved on ahead of the situation. And again, if this is your relationship, this can just simply mean that someone is having, hearing like almost a nervous breakdown. So like stuff is coming out that needs to come out. So just, you know, this is not stuff that you can control. This is stuff outside. So there you go, Capricorn. You're just always the one that everyone runs to bail them out. But it looks like this month you're going to have to go off on your own and sort of step back and not try to fix everything, because this just, you know, you can't fix what's unfixable or was never should never have been built in the first place, or, you know, it's getting taller and taller, and there's really no structure to it. So let it go, let it fall, and then you can build something better in phase 2. So thanks for tuning in. I'm going to follow this up with my very first intro to the tarot video. So subscribe. You won't want to miss the free classes, and that's going to be hopefully every day of the week. And we're going to learn how to read the tarot together, starting with the major arcana. If you would like a personal and private reading and you want to know what this is, click the link below. You can get a personal and private reading by me. I'd love to do that for you. And then I guess last but not least, check your year-long reading. Those links are below as well. And thanks a lot. I'm sorry I missed last month. I had to take a month off. I'm in school full-time and pursuing medical school. And so I'm going to be teaching and learning. So that's all good, right? Anyway, thank you so much. I missed you guys. I really did. And I really appreciate it. Please share, subscribe, and do all that stuff, everything you're supposed to do. Thanks.